So I've got my Bible here. I read my Bible. Some time ago I was reading it and I come across something that surprised me. Sort of an epiphany. I wouldn't call it a revelation. An epiphany of sorts. You know, and I've got my little note card here. Genesis 17:5. Abram was in the middle of being, God was giving a covenant to Abram. And as part of the covenant, he said, I'm going to make you the father of many nations. Therefore, I'm changing your name from Abram to Abraham to reflect you're the father of many nations. And as a matter of fact, your wife, Sarai, which I guess is the proper way to say it, I will do the same, for she will be the mother of many nations. Her name's now Sarah. Abraham and Sarah. 2 name changes in the Bible in Genesis 17. Then you go over to Genesis 22 and actually 28, 22. That's the chapter, 28th verse. You got this guy named Jacob, and he's been wrestling with this angel, Jesus, God, all night long. And finally, at the daybreak, the angel says, hey, I got to go. Jacob says, I ain't letting you go till you give me a blessing. So he popped him in his hip socket. He limped the rest of his life. Matter of fact, they had his cane saved for years and years and years, the Hebrew people did. He said, I'm changing your name to Israel because you have struggled with the Lord. Another name change, and he told why. So then we go to Paul over in Acts. And in Acts chapter 9, Paul was on his way to Damascus to do the Lord a favor and get rid of these pesky Christians. On his way there, he gets flashbanged by God with a flashbang grenade. Knocks him down, knocks everybody around him down. He gets blinded, he can't see. And God says, I'm calling you to be a witness for me and to suffer for the gospel. And his name was changed to Saul right there. No, it was not. It was not changed to Saul right there. As a matter of fact, it's 4 chapters later before it's changed to Saul. Wait, it's not even changed then. That's the first time it's mentioned. The real crux of the story here is that Paul and Saul are the same name. In Acts 13:9, which is where you first hear of Paul, it says, and Saul, who is also Paul, and he told what he did. That's the first time that's mentioned that way. And then after that, every time Paul's mentioned, it is as Paul, it's not as Saul. Look, when I was in Korea, my name was David, even though my name is David. Same name, different pronunciation. With Paul, it's kind of the same thing. Saul, actually in Hebrew, Shaul, was his Hebrew name. But he was also a Roman citizen. His Greek name was Paul. And Paul, knowing how to get around people, in the Hebrew, my name's Saul. Over in Rome, my name's Paul. Same name. No changed name. And see, here's what brought this whole video about. When I read that and I realized that what I'd been hearing was wrong, doesn't affect any doctrines, doesn't affect salvation, doesn't affect much of anything, to be honest with you. But I knew it was wrong because I heard in the pulpits then, and I've heard in the pulpits across denominations where they'll say, and God changes your heart, which he does, and gives you a new name written down in glory. Why? Saul was changed to Paul. Just didn't happen that way. Just didn't happen that way. Is this an important video? Nope. Is this going to change anything? Nope. Will you learn from it? Well, I hope you do. That's why I make these videos. By the way, how you like the swamp I'm in? It's actually got a wood walk here, so I was just able to walk through and see some pretty birds and stuff. But anyway, that's the story right there. By the way, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends if you found it interesting. Hey, you have a blessed day. Jesus loves you. Don't ever forget that. Jesus loves you. Saint or sinner, Jesus loves you.